why do people come into our lives? Well, I believe that people come into our lives to teach us something, because I believe that every person that we meet has something to teach us if we pay attention. But that's a big if. But I do believe that things happen and people are brought into our lives for whatever reason to teach us a lesson. But what happens if things are going really great and you miss the lesson? Have you noticed that we don't learn lessons when things are good? We only learn lessons when something catastrophic happens, right? Or bad happens. Why is that? Well, most of us were, raised from an early age about negative reinforcement. And, so when things are going well, we're not paying attention to the signs or the lesson or, the what ifs. We're just happy that things are going well because we're self-absorbed. But when something catastrophic happens or bad happens, something negative happens, that's when we're able to reflect. And reflection brings clarity and wisdom. So, if somebody comes into your life, and the only way that we really learn lessons is through negative reinforcement, unfortunately, because that's the way we're made, and that's the way we live our lives. And we're selfish creatures, we are. And, let's face it, coasting is boring. When something dramatic happens, it has our attention. It gets our attention. So then we pay attention, and that's how we learn. It's kind of backwards, but what if you can open your mind to learning the lessons when things are going well? Do we learn from success or do we learn from failure? Think about it. It's an interesting thing to think about. Why is it that we learn from failure but not success? We can appreciate success, but we don't learn lessons from it, and we should, because those are positive lessons, which builds positivity. So if you start training yourself to do that, you can change your mindset so that when something good happens, learn the lesson as far as, what you did to make this happen, or what things led to this happening that was good, and start reinforcing the positivity. Because otherwise you're going to continuously get into these, situations where people come into your life and unfortunately they teach you a lesson in a negative way, and that brings pain and bad feelings. But if you can turn it around and start focusing on the lesson in the good and the positive, it will be a lot easier. Good luck.